What's happening, guys? So I had a client ask me a question. They just got a lever belt for the first time. This is a client who's brand new to powerlifting, just getting a belt for the first time. And the belt came in, but they don't know exactly how to put it together and put it on. So I wanted to do this video for her, but I figured, you know what? She's probably not the only one who has this issue. So I'm going to do a video and put it out there so she can see it, and anybody else who has the same issue can understand how to do it. So it's going to come most likely in two different pieces. You're going to have the back plate and the actual lever itself. And then you're going to have the belt itself. The belt is going to have two sides. One side is going to have all the different holes for your different adjustments of your waist size. And the other side is going to have 4 holes. That's where your lever or your lever would hook in when you put the belt on. So when you get started, this clip is going to need to be put on to the side with all the little holes that gives you an adjustment period, right? So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to take the back plate off. I already have it pre-loosened, but you'll see there's a plate here and then it's gonna be screwed in. So you're gonna need a screwdriver to unscrew it. So when you're done, you have this, and then your back plate and your 2 screws, all right? Now when you go to actually put the lever onto your belt, you're gonna have one side is gonna go on the outside of the belt and the back plate on the back side, and this is how it's gonna actually connect. So you wanna put it on so that when the lever is actually closed, the front of it is towards the front of your belt. That's gonna make sure that you can actually latch it, right? So when you originally start doing this, you're not gonna know which loop you have to put it on. You're gonna have to just kind of figure it out. So what you're gonna have to do is just pick a hole to actually put it in, see how it feels. If it's too tight or it's too loose, you just have to make adjustments. That's the downside of a lever belt, is if you want to make adjustments, you have to take a screwdriver and actually unscrew it and then redo it and do it over. Whereas if you have just a prong belt, you can just adjust on the fly. But the bright side of a lever belt is my boy Benson's over there getting crazy. But the bright side of a lever belt is you can easily get in and out, and it's right into position every single time. You don't have to make a bunch of adjustments. So when you actually go to put it on, I know what size or where my belt is supposed to be. So you're gonna have to put the back plate and line it up. It's gonna be kind of hard to do over the camera. And it's just gonna screw right in there. So you put one on, and grab the other one, do the same thing. And you'll just have to kind of wiggle around until it actually gets in the hole. And then, once it gets in there, all you do is screw it tight, and you should be good to go. So I'll show you in a second here. Alright, so when it's on there, it closes to the front. So then when you put it on, these 4 notches here are going to go right into there. Get in position, tighten it up, good to go. So how tight should it be? Well, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. I like to think if you can get 1 or 2 fingers that just barely slide in there, that's about perfect, at least for me. I like it a little bit tighter belt so I can get a good brace. But if you have it too tight, you won't be able to brace. So you don't want it too loose or too tight. You're usually going to be a little bit better off to have it a little bit tighter than a little bit looser. If you get, sometimes, depending on where you're at with your diet, you might get in between sizes and you have to make a decision if you want it looser or tighter. Typically, I think tighter is a little bit better. One last thing. Keep a screwdriver in your bag at all times, because if you have to change it, you're not going to be able to without a screwdriver. You might be able to get away with a quarter or something depending on what kind of a screw your belt uses, but it's best just to be prepared. Alright, so that's how to put together a lever belt when you get it. I hope that helped. If you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.